Hey guys, quick disclaimer, we are not professionals at editing videos, acting, taking them, but we decided to do this just to change things up a bit. We are giving you a quick hint here what our project is about. We hope you learn 3 new ways to increase collective identity in the hospital setting. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, we would like to start by introducing ourselves.
Hi, my name is Brian Carter.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, my name is Vises Ho.
Hi, I'm Jack.
And I'm Dani.
Well, it's just a reminder that we are looking to act as consultants to a company, and our main goal is to advise them on 3 ways that they can increase their collective identity.
So, as a team, we decided to pick the healthcare industry, specifically hospitals and clinics. We chose them because they have a high demand for collective identity. If employees fail to communicate effectively, people could die. Hospitals and clinics are places where people should be able to go and feel safe and secure, so everyone working together to create that environment, that culture, it's important. In our presentation, we will give 3 suggestions on how hospitals and clinics can increase their collective identity. The increase will not only lead to having greater patient services, but also a better culture. These details may sound minor, but they can make a huge difference and will help the healthcare industry to operating more effectively and ultimately saving lives.
So let's go. We're going to explore 3 ways to improve collective identity in a hospital setting. Follow me.
During our research, we found that when managers are all trained together versus individually, it's more likely to increase their collective identity. So we can ask how this is so. First, the managers all have the same training at the same time, so they are more likely to connect on different levels post-training. Another way is, once they have been trained together, they can discuss what they have been trained on, and they can work together to help execute that new training or the new methods for the organization. This works especially in hospitals when nurses and doctors are trained with new software systems, or they can be trained on new techniques on how to work with patients. If they're all trained at the same time, they can all begin to follow the new regulations and the new rules together. This means that one doctor is not going to be doing one thing a separate way than another one. They're all going to be on the same page, executing the same type of care for their patient.
Another way to enhance the collective identity is to have employees have the choice to work on a meaningful project. As Stephanie said, team management training increases the organization identity, and the next step is to use these learned skills towards a project that will interest the employees. For example, in the hospital setting, let the doctors and nurses decide on which new practice to develop and work on. Because this is what they want to do, this will enhance their commitment and effort towards the project and the team as well. As the doctors and nurses are involved, their collective identity increase. They will share their point of views, histories, and experiences to communicate in the project. Their communication will help them to feel like they are part of a team and increase their efforts. They will feel that they have to success not only for themselves but for the team as a whole. This will be not anymore my work but our work.
So for my individual assignment, I choose the emotional expression between men and women, and I found out that women tends to express more emotional than men. Hospital men tend to feel more confidence about going to the intense situation, like to do the surgery or to see all those broken parts of the body, and they could easily control uh, those devastate situation. So on the other hand, people should spend more time on motivation or encouragement for women who work in the hospital. when it came to stressful situation. For example, like they have to meet all those crowded patients, run from one room to another, to go to the emergency room and see all of those blood from the accident, and sometimes a situation like when they have a new baby born and those baby cry all night. So those are the tough situation for them. To get the stable number of women working in the hospital, or to make it better, hospital should have an advisor team to motivate women and to feel them like home, to make them feel like home.
In conclusion, as you've heard from my previous team members, a lot of research has been done to increase collective identity within teams, schools, and even organizations. Serving as consultants, we have brought our research together to advise a hospital on how they can increase their collective identity. Our first suggestion is to change their management's training style. If not already doing so, we advise hospital settings to train their managers, their doctors and nurses, on similar or even identical schedules. Our next suggestion would be to enhance the communication between doctors and nurses through projects that interest them, because this will allow them to feel involved as a team and feel more important. And lastly, we suggest that it would be better if hospitals could come up with an advisor team that is able to motivate women who work in the hospital when it comes to intense situations.